Yet sometimes I think you have ESP.
I do too. No, not really. What I have is the ability to have been down the journey before and kind of know what somebody's going to need before they even know they need it. Right?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
And that's pretty cool. So we're excited that we've created for you, which is kind of why we've created them. Because we believe we have some insight into what you need even before you know you need it. And so we've created over 503 episodes of Life's Inside Track where we share insider tips, how to make house home, how to really build wealth through real estate. And the great news is you can get access to them from home, from the office, or on the go.
So what are we going to learn on this segment?
Well, what we're going to learn is that when there is a proven process or process, depending on how you speak.
Which country you're in.
Yeah, how you say it. If you have a proven system or a proven process or some system or a journey that's already been laid out, then you can actually help somebody navigate the real estate journey or any other journey for that matter way better than if you don't have a proven process. And what I might call them is you can address their latent needs.
And what's interesting is that recently we had that issue of going to Mexico to look for a property. And it made us feel like first-time buyers.
Oh.
Because every property we've bought in the last 33 years, we've been the expert to buy it, right?
And we know we have a process and it works really good.
And we know what the process is. And we know where when and where we need to do things. We felt just like maybe you would if you were a first-time buyer in Ontario, not knowing what the procedure was, what things needed to happen in what order. And because we were in a foreign country, we made some glaring mistakes that many buyers in Ontario make when they're looking for a realtor.
Yeah, and we even had the advantage of knowing what questions to ask. So we weren't even relying, which we tempted to.
Hold on, we didn't know what questions to ask.
We thought
we knew.
We knew.
That's
right.
common. We think we know the questions we need to ask. Many times when you're in a field where you don't have 10,000 hours in it, you don't know what questions to ask. You're fooling yourself if you think you know all the questions to ask in a field where you've never built the expertise in.
Right. Like I even had a client just last week who said to me, well, I've sold 9 homes and I know what I need to do and I know how it needs to happen. And I can tell you how you should price the house. And I can tell you basically how you need to do your job. And as I listened, I got more and more concerned because they were sounding just like I was at first when we were going to Mexico. I kind of thought it's okay that the realtor doesn't seem to be addressing my latent needs I don't even know I have yet. And she wasn't addressing them and I knew she wasn't. And I thought, well, it's okay because we know enough that we can make sure she addresses what we need to get handled. And when this client was doing it, I thought, just like me, she's in ignorance, actually. Ignorance of what she doesn't know, but doesn't even know she doesn't know it. And I attempted to subtly and gently say, I appreciate that 9 homes is a lot more than many people have been involved with, but she hadn't sold them on her own. She'd had a realtor that did the work. So that was the first challenge. And then I thought, well, we've helped over 3,117 families navigate the real estate journey. I'm hoping I have some insight, expertise, and knowledge to bring to the strategy and to what you're going to do that will be beyond what your 9 experiences are. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't able to convey that. And so I made a hard choice. It was actually a great choice, just a hard choice. And that was not to attempt to help them because there was no room for me to actually help them.
Yeah, we chose to let them choose a different real estate person.
Absolutely. Because it was beyond our ability. And yet I know that I could have helped her with needs she didn't even know she had. So back to our story.
Yeah, so we're in Mexico. We're looking for a realtor. We went into one store, and that person didn't listen to us, didn't discover what we were looking for, just started telling us what we should buy.
Right.
And what was available. And it's probably based on what she had readily available to show us or whatever, but it wasn't working for us.
No.
The next one we picked was one that had the listings that we thought we wanted because we started looking online. Another rookie mistake to go with the listing agent of the one you think you really want. We should have been looking for a realtor that had experience with foreign buyers, knew the process of what we'd go through when we got back home and trying to buy a property in a foreign country and all of that. We needed to find the right realtor first before we found the right property. We went at it backwards.
We did. And
because the property's the shiny fun thing, right? That's the thing you want to go after.
And how often haven't we heard clients? I just had one of our dear friends say the other day, I saw the right listing. I called the realtor. I bought it. It's done. And one actually ended up having to resell it because it wasn't the right one. And it wasn't the right choice and it wasn't the right time. But when there's no third voice helping you navigate it, and sometimes it works out okay just by luck, by chance. And yet, isn't it better to know for sure that little bit of slowdown, that consultation was our missing piece when we bought in Mexico? There was no one, and we followed up with many other realtors kind of all at the same time as we were finding properties, and many weren't prompt. They didn't get back to us quickly enough. Their follow through was too slow, so that didn't work. But even the one that did, bottom line is she never actually took the time to discover what we needed to know and what we really needed.
Yeah, so fortunately, we have enough experience. We chose houses in different styles, different things that we could go view and build our knowledge. But we're still fighting with the process right now of being a foreign national trying to buy a property in a foreign country. And even the lawyer we hired, because you could just do a notary, but we hired a lawyer. And even that lawyer was not giving us enough runway to land the plane. Like she wasn't telling us enough of the process and what we would run into with trying to buy a property the way we were trying to buy it. We had to pivot right at the very end.
Yeah, almost didn't end up with it. So consultation, we invite you every segment for a consultation. We're going to invite you again because no matter what, whether you're going to do it now or you're going to do it in 3 years or 5 years or you're not going to do it at all, the consultation sets you up to make the best decision because all we're really doing is asking you questions to help you get clarity. And from that place, we can offer you options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this has been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you need a realtor that's truly going to be able to stay one step ahead of you. If they can't stay one step ahead of you, they're missing it for you.
Or maybe even multiple steps.
Well, at least.
They need to know what the steps are. The trick is to not overwhelm your client by giving too many steps at once, but you need to know what they are.
Yeah, because I can do that too.
Yeah. Thanks for the privilege of coming alongside you because we're passionate about all of us being positioned for generational legacy.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.